I'm just so excited to be here tonight. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And I know that you guys have been waiting to see us. We're here on YouTube. And do you know why I'm excited actually? Because of the guest I'll be having tonight. She's not a guest like that. She's a friend, she's a sister, she's an amazing social guru. Don't let her know that I told you that. But she is good. She's one person that has been a blessing to many people that I know. She has helped a lot of people to be visible. And as you know, what is OBA Pandora all about? I'm just going to share that quickly. Yeah, so I welcome you one more time to OBA Pandora, which is about separating from the competition and impacting hundreds of thousands of people and increasing visibility. Thereby, we build bigger impact, set healthy boundaries in lives and community. And this, what I've just said, setting boundaries, setting healthy boundaries in lives and community definitely explains my guest today. And you know what? I'm just even going to give her the room to introduce herself, because it's better said when you hear what this woman has been doing. So on this note, it's with great honor, I welcome and present to you Beatrice Yakubu.
Hello.
Hey, you Beatrice.
Am I on live at all? I can't
see
see. Maybe.
Wow. We want to see your face. Hi,
Perhaps.
Beatrice.
Okay, that's fine. Yes. Can you? Oh, sorry. Yeah, no wonder.
Yeah, this is the beautiful Beatrice. I'm so excited. Oh, Beatrice, you are amazing. You're a gift to many lives, and I welcome you. Thank you, my friend. Thank you
so much. Thank you so much, Pastor Obie, for the opportunity to be on your platform, the Pandora Obie Pandora book. Yes, I'm excited, and thank you for all the kind words. Really.
So, Beatrice, tell us, who is Beatrice Yakubu? Who is this amazing, beautiful, intelligent lady?
Oh dear. So, Beatrice Yakubu is a mother, a wife, entrepreneur, and lover of people. Just a friend and somebody who likes to actually move mothers from the cycle of the rat race to becoming financially independent, so that we are not depending on the paycheck to raise our children.
Beautiful. That was well said. You know, one of the things I've noticed about you ever since I knew you, or even knew of you, has been that you have passion for the youth. And I wonder why, because when I say passion for, some people you hear that, oh, they have great passion for you, they have great passion for these, but you don't get to see it. But for you, it's a reality. I've seen you do things with the youth, and please tell us a bit about that.
So in terms of passion for young people, I think, now you're actually making me think so far away. It's gone a long time, but most of the time I used to think that it's just, when I started the business, but I don't think so. From just what you've, now that I'm thinking about it, long time ago,
right?
I've always believed in the concept of people's ability to be able to achieve the things that they want to achieve. And I also believe in, especially young people, the fact that they can achieve more than we could ever imagine. Because I think also the fact that when perhaps I was underrated when I was growing up, and I just felt that was unfair, and the zeal to be able to fight my way through. So I see any young people with an opportunity. And I know that with the support
Yep.
of others, especially with the support of parents or support of older people, they can, achieve great things in life. And so perhaps it stemmed from the fact that from my childhood and then growing up, I've always helped other people, and I've seen the results time and time again, just, helping someone from scratch and getting them to grow to however God puts them or whatever level God sends them to be.
Oh, that is so sweet. The fact that you are passionate, like I said, is just number one. But do you know that I can confidently say that you have proofs. Honestly, you have proofs with emphasis, with emphasis. Could you tell us kindly the gifts or the gifted ones in your house and the giants that you are raising that are impacting the generation already? Please share with us.
So in terms of the young people that in my life now, if I think about it, it feels that it's just my children that I've been able to support. But once I finished nursing, and I finished nursing in my early 20s, the first thing I did was to bring a child with me to my first posting.
Wow.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah. So, and I was able to start this young man from, well, he wasn't a young man, he was a boy from
Not even your child. That
no,
wasn't your child. Wow.
no,
Really?
it wasn't my child. I just finished school. I'm a child. I,
You are
no, I
incredible.
didn't have a child at that time. So I brought this boy. He was only 9. Uh,
Right.
he happened to be my sister's child, son.
Mhm.
And yeah, so we were together. Suitors who wasn't qualified would say, "Oh, why are you having a child? What are we doing with a child?" And then yeah, I would say, "Okay, if you don't want the child with me, okay, then you go." Yeah, and so stemming from that, I have before, and then I got married. My husband had his younger brother was living with him as well, and so we had 4 from the start, and had 2 more join, and that was even before we had our own children. So all along, it has just been helping these ones to, get grounded in the foot on life. And then for my own children, I find that they are privileged in the sense that they are in the UK, and indeed they have various opportunities. But in terms of opportunities, I also know
Yeah.
that opportunities doesn't equal to success if you don't take advantage of
Mm.
it. So it's not just, oh, the children have opportunity just because they're in the UK. They have to have a way of us getting them to utilize the opportunities to their advantage. And I did not know that. I was with the concept that, once you are in the UK, education is free for them. Things are really a lot easier for them than it was with us. I used to think that would be okay.
Okay.
Until when I started hearing about, children this, children that, that got me to sit up and think, okay, the reason perhaps why certain things happen to our children is because we are not looking at this in a very different way and just assuming that things will fall into place naturally. But I find that it doesn't. So that's when, actively supporting my children to do life differently came about. Yeah.
Wow. Do you know when you said I brought this young man to the house? I was thinking, okay, this is an elderly, an older person. I wasn't thinking in terms of that. You were only very young girl then. And it
Yeah.
means that you've been the grace to look after the younger ones, the passion to love them, to see them succeed has been from a very, very young age for you.
Yes.
What do people say about it when they, I mean, I know you mentioned something about somebody wanting, I don't know about this one, but what do people, the older ones especially, do they get inspired? Do they try to stop you or something?
So it's a mix of both in
Okay.
terms of inspiration and desperation.
Mm, mm.
Um, because I think at some point, my mom, for example, she loved the idea from the start, but
Okay.
as it went, and she found that I was just investing on these children, these young people, siblings, cousins. Yeah, she just was like, "What are you even doing
Oh,
all
yeah.
the time?" But I always knew. So I think my challenge in life has always been that the opportunity once opportunities is available and you are able to use it, you can become what you want to be in
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
And I have seen that time and again. At that time, I didn't have evidence,
Oh,
but I just knew that, you know, if I were given opportunity, when I was their age, I would
yeah.
have done massive things. Saying that, I was given some opportunity because teachers encouraged me to do certain exams that I perhaps wouldn't have thought about in
Okay.
my early age. At age 13, I was advised by a teacher to go and write secondary school entrance exam.
Wow.
Yeah, from the village. It was so yeah, like so new. You go to, I mean, now I go there and I'm like, oh, it's interesting. But from a village to the township, it's a
Yeah.
big deal. And to go and see people that you see as town
Hmm.
young people, far older than me. But I don't know, for some reason, he just saw that I was somebody that could pass the exam. And then he encouraged me to go and sit the exam, and I did, and I passed. So yes, I had that opportunity from, older people, but I felt that if people just saw more of the opportunity in me
Yeah.
and invested a little, you know, I would have done a lot
A
more.
lot more.
So yeah, I think that has been the passion to just say, you know what, okay, people didn't do it for me, let me do it for others. And
Yeah.
yeah,
That's so sweet. Not many people think like that. They feel that, well, what's my business? Nobody did for me. What should I do for other people? And that's the attitude some people have. But you're so different. Honestly, you come across as somebody that will go any amount to see the next generation achieve. And
oh
the
yeah,
many projects that I've seen you do, it's all about the next generation, the next generation. What we got for them? What can we do for them? What can they get better? And that's really amazing. I celebrate you for that. Thank you so much. Thank
thank
you
you, thank you,
for all
thank
that
you.
you do. I
Yeah.
always say to people that, when I hear of awards and all that, I say to people that a lot of people that got awards got it because some people stood out to shout out what they do. There are many people that nobody's shouting about what they do. So, and because of that, they're not receiving as many awards as they should be just because people are not shouting. But it didn't mean that they're not doing great things.
Yeah.
And neither does it mean that the ones that are getting more awards are doing better than some people. There's some that are doing immaculate, excellent work that nobody seems to know about them right now. And they're doing great work.
I
But I
know.
must say to you, I don't know the number of awards you've received so far. I must say that it's nothing compared to what I think you should be receiving. If I was the chairman of
Thank you,
award committee of the world or
thank you, thank
of
you, thank
UK, can
you.
you imagine how many awards to be coming your way every week, every month?
Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Yeah, so I mean, looking back, I know that within my family, I think perhaps that as the other driver. I come from a big family,
Okay.
and before I grew up, most of my step siblings were already grown men and women.
Okay.
But some of them didn't, I wouldn't even say some of them, they didn't think about the fact that, oh, help these young ones
Young
who
ones.
are here not because of their own making. I didn't put myself in my mom's womb. But but guess what? Yeah, we were just left. Honestly, we were just left to be able to
Mm.
fend for ourselves. So my mom had to rise up
Harder.
and just work hard. And I feel, I mean, looking behind, with hindsight, I just could feel the injustice.
Mm.
And I think that was also the driver for me to succeed.
Mm.
And I would
So,
just work and work and work, go to school. During holidays, I'm helping my mom to do whatever she can to be able to get the
mm.
school fees for me to go to school. I was just determined to get out.
To make a
And
difference.
sorry.
I said to make a difference.
Oh yeah. So when I finished secondary school, that was it. It was, and I keep telling the young people, I said secondary school is always the barrier. Because once you finish secondary school and you are able to qualify properly, you can go anywhere. Yeah. So when I finished secondary school, that was it. The door was open. I even though I love nursing, I wanted to do accounting, but I couldn't afford it. Yeah. So I settled for nursing, and yeah, it's
The
been.
way you said I settled for nursing, you'd have thought nursing is like a sub kind of a profession or something. Oh my God. And do you know the other thing I noticed that you are a very intelligent woman.
Oh,
Honestly, I know you don't get to hear this from me often, but I'm glad I'm able to say this publicly. You're a
oh,
very
thank you,
intelligent woman.
thank you,
And
thank
the way you put, and I love your spirit of excellence. You know, you like things to be done properly.
you.
Even from the way you look, you can see properly. You know, you don't you don't mess around at all, honestly.
But you know what? Saying that, let me share this story. I've never told
Okay.
anyone about it. When I finished nursing in Africa, I don't know of Nigeria, but Ghana, once you finish school, we in nurse our time the nursing we had bursaries free. It
Okay.
was money that
Okay.
government supported us
Okay.
with. So as soon as you finish the bursary is cut, you are not yet employed, you have no money and all that. But
Hmm.
I learned how to do my hair in school.
Wow.
And I could and I could style my hair, and then people would see and think that I was so rich. It
You
was
were
crazy.
doing it yourself.
Oh yes, I would do the hair myself. I would style it myself, put gel in, and those days they used to roll what piece of hair in between the hair and roll it up, and yeah, I used to do all that. And then people would see it, and then they're like,
Wow.
"Are you getting money for all this?" Yeah.
I was just gonna say that. Did you do it for other people for money at all?
No, no, it was just me doing my thing in my room. And then I will go and buy other ingredients and mix it. So because I couldn't afford the gel as well
Mm-hmm.
to to pay for it, I'll buy other stuff and mix it to make the gel myself to put on the hair. So yeah,
You are amazing.
it's
Seriously.
I have been versatile in the
And it also shows me that you can make money anyhow, anywhere. There's nowhere they put you, you can't make money.
oh, yeah. Oh.
Because you can decide to say, okay, where are the ladies in town? Let me help you with your
Let
hair,
me do your hair for you. Yes,
you
absolutely.
know, and that will
Absolutely.
bring another income. Then
Absolutely.
another time,
Yeah.
maybe it's that you just put a small clinic here, or it's a business that needs some accounting or bookkeeping.
Yeah.
You're there. Look at
Yes.
that. You know, that just brings me to something. I mean, I've been told somewhere that you're working on a new project.
Yeah.
Can you please kindly share that with us? What's this
Yeah.
new project? I'm very, very eager to know more about this project that you're working on.
Yeah. So this project is actually exciting.
Hmm.
My cousin is here in the UK. She's recently been, or she's yet about to be knighted, which I'm excited about.
Wow.
70. And when I
Ooh.
was young, she was already here. And then when we came, we found her, and then yeah, so we reconnected. And She said, "Oh, with what you have done, you are the first in the family to become an author." And I was like, "Oh my God, I did not even think about that." So yes, so I've written a book, and that book is going to be coming out shortly.
Wow.
I'm excited about it. About the fact that, yeah, the content of the book is gonna bless lives and bless families
You said
and
bless families. What do you
bless
mean?
humanity.
What do you mean by that? You said you said you've written a book, it's gonna bless families. What do you mean? Is the book written for families or is it written for somebody or one person? Please tell us.
It is written for parents. So again, I'm a parent myself, and being in the UK, again, I've always wanted success.
Right,
I think
right,
I think that has always been my driver since. And then so I remember years ago
right.
when I was doing midwifery, I visited one of my sisters in Accra, and I said, because I lived in the north, so life was easier than in those who lived in the south,
Mm.
accommodation wise and other things. And then I would ask her this question. I used not to get answers to my questions, you see. I had so many questions when I was a child. Nobody would answer me. So I would say, how come that? We live south, and I mean north. When we are coming into Accra, for example,
Yeah.
usually the big houses, the beautiful houses, they are on your way to when you're coming into Accra. So that
Mm.
we would just pass all of them and then come and live here, like in the
Oh my goodness.
like in the shanty towns. And then my sister would just laugh and look at me like, are you for real? Those
Exactly.
houses for different type of people. And I will always ask, how do people become CEOs? How do people become managers?
Mm.
Those were the questions I used to just ask all the time. But there was nobody who could answer or articulate the answer for me. So most of the time I would just be quiet, to be honest, because there's no point. So coming to the UK was God sent, but I feel that the main issue for me was the fact that the success that I had envisaged coming
Mm.
to the UK wasn't happening.
Right.
Like it was just a rat race all the
Like
time
many
with
of us
work,
do. Yeah.
children, schooling, doing everything. And then so I decided that no, it can't just carry on like that,
Mm.
because when I found Caroline online on the TV, the Secret Millionaire, the question that was then running in my head was, she's done it. She's from Africa.
Possible.
She's done it. She's a millionaire in the UK. Even if I don't become a millionaire, but at least I should become financially independent. So that's when my entrepreneurial journey started. But most importantly, there's no point in becoming successful without your children. Because if you have children and you become successful without them, what's the point? Because whatever legacy that you're going to leave behind for them, in the first instance, you're not going to enjoy your wealth because they are likely to bring you problems. And then number two, whatever legacy you leave for them, it's not going to last.
Yeah, they'll make a mess of it.
Exactly. But if you teach them how to fish, how to look for the money, then you as the parents, you can just then relax. You don't even have to work hard anymore. Because, for example, now my children are able to do their own stuff and make their own money.
Wow.
Like I really don't have to work if I don't choose to work, or work many hours if I were still in work.
Yep.
So
Yep.
yeah, that has been the start of the business journey. And indeed, that is also part of the book that I've written, just to help parents to understand that financial freedom is possible for us,
Mm.
but we just need to do something different.
Wow. Do you know while you were talking, somebody just dropped something on my table. I like to show the audience what they've just dropped on my table, which I think might be a useful information to this.
Ah,
I just dropped this to my table, and I thought
ah,
it'd be nice to, and I'm sure you're going to tell us a bit about this.
yes.
Okay. Would you like to tell the audience what this is going to be about?
Yes. So the book is Win the Money Game with Your Child, How to Become Financially Independent, Leveraging the Power of the Digital Marketing, digital media. So I have been in the online space for some time now, and I didn't get there by myself or just alone. I did that with my children. And fast forward, my daughter is, the first daughter is in a uni. She is reading business and marketing, and
Wow.
she's also working with a business lady, helping her with content creation and using AI at the moment. They've worked hard on her website and her business. They are going to relaunch very, very soon.
Mm,
And so that's something that I'm proud of in terms of the fact that I was able to guide them to get to this results.
mm.
And my second daughter has recently received an award to start. She started actually degree apprenticeship with Just Eat, and she is
Wow.
receiving, a generous income.
Wow.
Um, the amount she's receiving is equal to a graduate salary.
Wow.
She's 18.
You don't need to go to work anymore.
Sorry.
You don't need to go to work anymore.
Understand. And no, she needs to become financially independent before she's 25. That is the target.
Awesome.
Um,
That's amazing.
yeah. So, and the third one is has a TikTok, a car, luxury car account,
Okay.
and he's recently crossed 1 million views.
Ooh, I have to come and sit with him and he should tell me what to do. I need to know how to do this. I'm serious.
So
I'm going to take you on that. Wow.
obviously, by God's grace, when he gets to 16, he could work with any car company, creating their online content for them and making money from there.
Definitely.
So then I thought, okay, at least this is a legacy. I have done it, and I believe that other parents can do it to
Mm,
help their children use the digital space to
mm.
create their own future. Most parents don't know this. Most parents would rather not do anything
Yeah.
when it comes to the digital world. We would rather complain about the fact that our kids are glued to their sets,
Mm.
and we will complain that they are not focused, they are not this, they are not that. But what about what they can do, the things that they are already gifted, i.e., using that same digital media to create income, because that's possible. And that is the premise of the book.
Wow. This is when they say wow, wow, wow. This is a wow. Could you tell us just for people to hear it again? It's good to know that they're being invited. It's one thing to see a flyer, to see the date, to see something about the book. Please, could you invite the audience and say, listen, you're lovely, you're welcome. Yeah, I'm inviting you. Could you please tell them that everyone listening and hearing this,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
just watching it, she's got news for you.
So I've got news for you, i.e., the book launch is happening on the 27th of April at 5 p.m. UK time. We are going to be unveiling this book, and we're going to showcase, what you can achieve as a parent if you lean into the power of the digital media. The first thing, so I mean, the book is in two parts. About somebody said, it's quite difficult to judge the book even by the title, because if you think about the content, is really in depth. So in the first instance, it's not everybody who can be a business owner or an entrepreneur, but it's statistically, if you work for 25 years and you earn 25,000 a year, and you work for 40 years, which most of us will do, you would have earned 1 million. Now,
Please say that again. Could you just say that again? Wow.
If you earn 25,000 a year in
Yes.
your work,
Just 25,000 a year.
yes, and you work for 40 years, you would have earned 1 million.
Ooh.
How and if I break it down,
yes, please.
if you earn 25,000 and you work 20 years, you would have earned 500,000. If you earn 25,000 and you work 10 years, you would have earned 25,000. Now, 250,000. Now, how many of us have worked 10 years? How many of us have worked 20 years? Where is the money?
That's the point. That's a good question right there.
It actually went through your bank account.
I'm sure millions have gone through my bank account. They just walked past me.
Exactly. So the reason why it will come and go is because we are not following the principles of money, the rules about money. And until we do that, we will continue to struggle. And not only are we not following, our children don't even know where they are as far as money is concerned. And so the legacy we are leaving is what? Same old, same old. And guess what? Zig Ziglar says that insanity is doing the same thing for the different results. So we have carried ourselves from Africa here. Some of us were from Africa. We were wishing that the streets in England is paved with gold, or England or Germany or wherever, Europe or America or Australia. We didn't find the gold. At least we found work that generated us money. But because we still don't know, it is stressful. So it's up to us to learn the principles in the first instance. Because when we learn it, guess what? Schools are not going to teach our children. It is not their intention to help us to understand. They won't teach us. So, I mean, I remember somebody used to say, one of the big guys in finance, he says, you go to school and they teach you how to dissect a frog in science. I mean, what are you going to do with a frog?
Very funny, but it's the truth. What is the truth? Oh, God, help us.
They show you actually how to dissect a frog, how to dissect lizards, how to dissect things. Shall I even just say, they show our children about same-sex relationships instead of showing them the most important things in life.
How to survive, how to manage money,
how to manage the money that we would be working for 30, 40 years in our life. Nobody teaches us how to manage them, how to manage. So schools, forget, they won't teach us.
How?
We would have to teach ourselves and teach our children
Taking responsibility, isn't it?
The only thing that they teach our children is how to get credit cards.
Oh no.
It's true.
Oh no. Oh dear.
It's true. They when they go to school, I mean, the banks will write them to tell them that
Yeah, offering them. Oh
you are
my.
due for a credit card.
Can you
They take
imagine?
it, they think it's free money. So because they don't understand as well, they go to uni. Not only are they in the debt up to 50,000, they don't even know how to manage the money. So the only person who can help them is us, the parents. And we can't help them if we don't know what we are doing ourselves.
No,
So
you're very correct.
yeah, so that's my concept. And I just pray that parents will sit up and rise up and wise up, because it is important. I always say, when your child succeeds,
Hmm.
you are not only proud as a parent, but it's just a relief to
Hmm.
you that you have been able to steward them. You have been able to get them to this level that they can actually look after themselves.
Hmm.
In your old age, they don't have an excuse to say that they can't come and see you because they are busy working.
Hmm.
I mean, it's not for anything at all.
Yeah.
They cannot. So for example, my girls can work remotely anywhere in the world.
Imagine.
If I happens to retire in Africa, they can't say, oh, mom, we can't come and see you because
Hmm.
we are
My
busy,
God.
tied up a job. No, they can come anytime.
Hmm. I
And
love
most
that.
importantly, if they become financially independent, they don't even need to work for anybody.
Hmm. True.
So that's the mission. So help me God.
I think it should be so help us God, not me. Not just help me, help us
Or
God, help
help me
us
to do
Lord.
the mission, I mean, yeah.
Yes. I must say that I love the title of your book. Seriously, thank you so much for putting this together. And I love the fact that number one, it's one of those books that will get a child to read. Do you see what I mean? When I say child, I'm not just even just talking about the very young children. I'm even talking about the young ones that don't tend to read at all, that don't tend to bother about when it comes to content. As far as it's not lovey-dovey, you love me, I love you. If it's not that, but this book, one, it says win the money game. Number one, the fact that he's talking about wins, it didn't say lose that money or do you understand? The concept is great. I love the fact he now added with your child. So it's like your book is bringing families together again, is
Awesome.
encouraging them to work together and to identify with one another.
Yeah,
Is also giving them the opportunity to create time for
yeah,
one another, get to know one another. And in the
100%.
place of that, they discover one another, they discover their children, they get to listen to the heartbeat of their children, and the children has opportunity to speak to their parents,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
they don't tend to do. Then I
Mm.
now love the way that subtitle says it. It says how to achieve financial freedom for your family, leveraging digital media. He said the fact that you mentioned digital media like that, okay. I'm sure a young person will say, okay, what's that book all about? He
Mm.
has kind of gotten their interest. So your book is doing amazing thing. And sorry, it's going to do amazing thing because I understand it's just coming out. It's not out yet. And we are looking forward to it because this is a book I'll say to people, please get it. Get your copy. And I've been encouraging people for a while now that it's not about I finished. You know, some people have a habit. Oh, I plan to finish 20 books in a year. Don't worry about the so-called finishing 50 books. Finish one, finish good. Take action, lesson plan. What are you going to do with that one you've read? Okay, what have you learned? What are you going to change differently? That's what I like to hear. I like to hear, yeah, I plan to read 50 books, but I read 20, and 19 of the 20 have been able to put the principles in place. And that's what we like to hear.
Yeah.
And The other thing, final thought for me about your book is that it's also available on Kindle. So the excuse of it's too heavy. I don't want to take book to it's over. Get your acts together. It's over. No more excuses. And that's what your book is going to do to many lives. Thank you so much. I mean, I'm hoping that by the time we come back together, you tell us a bit more about the content of this book and we begin to look at the audience for this book. Who is the book for? We also look at the details of the launch, the book launch. Is it for all of us? Is it for a peculiar few? Or is it for only those that know you? Could you tell us? Is it just for peculiar few, or are we all invited to this book launch?
No, it's everyone, and most importantly, parents. I just want this message to get out there and get into their hands. I know that when the parents have the right information, their children will get there as well. A lot of times we think that you just let the children do whatever you want them to do in terms of improvement, development. But I see from experience that it doesn't work because they need our support, they need our help. And when we understand the concept of, making money, managing money, protecting money, we are in a powerful position to help them. So yeah, it's for everyone. Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful. And I think what I'd like to add to that is that please, if you're a teacher in the house and you're listening to us, can I encourage you to please get on board? Because especially if you're a teacher who has been having issues with some of your students. There's some students you don't understand why they're behaving, their parents are happy, there's so much issues around them. Can I encourage you to introduce this book to their parents and encourage the parents to sit together? And by the time they're sitting, they just notice that all those issues, all the concerns that the child is having, the bitterness and the rage in that child are begin to come out because they would talk from the place of reading. Because when you give a child room and a listening ear, they talk more and they tell us more. Absolutely. So we're going to be calling it a wrap for tonight, but I'd like you to please kindly tell us, what would you like to leave us with tonight before we come back this way again? What do you want to say to the people listening? Thank you.
Thanks a lot for this opportunity and also for the ability to share with your audience tonight. I would like to let parents realize that children are a gift. And I think it's a privilege actually to be a parent, to be honest. It's just it's a special privilege.
Love that.
To have the opportunity, even though, sometimes we, because of life pressures and everything, is like, oh, we are forever concentrating on the challenges of looking after them. But this morning I saw on someone's profile, treat your children like CEOs, and then they will grow up to be the same.
Beautiful.
Because
that's scriptural as well.
Yeah, just like half the time. And you cannot share what you don't have. So in order for you to share with them, you need to educate yourself. Most of us are educated, but we, especially when it comes to the digital media, we kind of shy away from it. And then we say, oh, let them do. But we need to get involved. And when we do, it becomes more powerful.
Amazing.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Amazing. Lady Beatrice in the house. Beautiful. You see, I did say that our conversation, imagine, it's just left to me. I don't want it to stop. I want us to just keep going because we are just an amazing talker as well, one of the gifts that God has given you, and the many people that you have opened doors and opportunities for them to be visible as well. I mean, great credit to you. Thank you. I want to say thank you on behalf of many that might not have the opportunity to come here or to say to you face to face that you've been a blessing to them. Thank you. We celebrate you. We appreciate you. And I really do look forward to the next opportunity with you. I want to say to people, I was privileged to have my latest book coming last week, Friday. It's called Go Selfless. And I think one is already in the post to you. And
Oh, thank you.
and I want to encourage people to please don't. The reason why one is in the post for Beatrice is that she had already paid ahead of time before it came to print, so that people doesn't think I just threw it out free.
No,
To pay the supply, the publisher and the printers and the designers. So yes, please get yourself a copy, email me, or it's going to be on Amazon in the next 1 week thereabout. So you can also grab yourself a copy. But I want to say to you, thank you. Thank you for joining us tonight. I have been just thoroughly blessed from talking to Beatrice. It's been a great time. And finally, I want to echo what she said earlier, that you are all invited to her book launch. This book is out. This new book is out. And so please join us. The details are here. It's going to be on Saturday, the 27th of April this month, and it will be at 5 p.m. in the evening. Please join us. Take a screenshot, take a details of and join. Let's partake on this amazing book launch, and also let's get a copy and put in somebody's hand. Remember, there's no, when you, especially some people that are Christians say, so people that are not Christians don't like to read a book, but it's not true. I've seen many times, Beatrice, that I've put a book and a chocolate bar, and I'll say, hi, I just want to say we appreciate. And I, oh, really? They eat the chocolate bar and they read the book. Yeah. So please, let's do that. So let's come. What's this book all about? How can I get my child involved? So let's remember the book launch is coming up on the 27th of April. And I look forward to seeing you there. Thank you for joining.
Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Beatrice. It's been an amazing evening being with you. And I know that the next time we meet is going to be another incredible, wonderful time. Thank you, audience.
God bless you.
God bless you. From OBA Pandora.